Every time I use hot glue, there's a high chance of me getting burned at least once or twice. Usually I'll use whatever is next to me to press down the hot glue just so that I don't have to touch it directly with my finger. This time I actually thought of something that's maybe a little bit silly, but hey, it's been helping me. That it's a DIY that's specifically made for hot glue protection. I hope it will be helpful. If not, I hope you have fun watching this. I want to apologize that when I did the voiceover, I was really sick, so my voice might sound different for the next few minutes. For this DIY, you would need a sewing kit if you know how to sew, which I don't, so I end up switching to a hot glue, a piece of felt, a piece of fabric, some kind of markers or pen to mark down the dimensions, a ring. This ring will be the one that will fit on the finger that you use most often when you're working with hot glue. For me, it's my index finger. My index finger is the one that I use to press down the materials whenever I use hot glue. First, we're going to cut out a piece of fabric. You want the length of the fabric to be 3 times of your finger so that it wraps around your finger and it still has an extra length for you to use the hot glue. The height of the fabric will be your finger height plus 1.5 to 2 inches depending on how much stuffing you want to put on the tip of your finger. Now I'm gluing the ring onto the fabric. The fabric should be able to cover the whole ring and still have some extra space. Next, I'm putting this piece on my finger to figure out where the fold is. This is where you can use a marker to mark down the folding line. After that, I'm taking my piece of felt and start folding it into a small piece. I make it small yet puffy enough to fit into that fold. Then I use hot glue to glue the felt onto the fabric. After I have glued the felt inside the fabric, the next thing I'm doing is fold this whole puffy area over so that it's against my finger and use hot glue to glue it. After all that, you should have something like this. So now the puffy area will be protecting you whenever you are working with hot glue. For the second DIY, you will need a hair tie, a piece of felt, and a piece of fabric. And you will also need scissors and hot glue. First, cut out a piece of fabric that's about 1.5 inches times 2.5 inches. You might need to change the size of the fabric depending on your work area or your finger size. Now I'm folding the felt to form a padding. After that, I fold the fabric around the felt and close the end. Then I attach the hairband. This one is a little bit more flexible since the hairband is elastic, so you can adjust your hairband onto whichever finger that you'll be using. I personally prefer the first one since it fits on my finger nicely and I just found it easier to control compared to this one. But you have both options. If you are clumsy like me, you might have gotten burned once or twice making these two protection things. So yeah, I hope that was helpful. If not, hopefully that's kind of funny or maybe silly, I don't know. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!